Greetings, my friends, and happy Tuesday to you. On our last podcast, we introduced part one of the 6 steps of our 7 money milestones, which was build your wealth. And if you recall, the key to building your wealth is to ensure that it lasts as long as you do. Today, I will discuss part two of the 6th step of the 7 money milestones, where we will cover in more detail the 4 threats that every wealth builder must conquer. They are procrastination, inflation, losses, and taxes. Now that you know the threats, it's time to review the strategies that can help you conquer them. Again, another critical step on your roadmap to financial security and independence. So, if you're ready, let's talk Tuesday. Your first threat is procrastination. Failing to save and invest money because you lack education is one thing. Failing to save and invest because you are lazy, well, that's a different matter altogether. These 2 excuses are like Bonnie and Clyde working together to rob you and rob your future of everything you have. Procrastination kills wealth. I'm going to say that again. Procrastination kills wealth. It is why Americans in a recent survey confessed to paying over $3 billion in late fees on credit card debt. It is why 50% of the people who don't have the will say, I just haven't gotten around to it. And why 85% of Americans don't have a financial professional who would typically meet with them at no charge. Now, there are 5 actions that you can engage in to overcome financial procrastination. And let's just review those real quick. Number 1, listen and review each one of my podcasts at least twice or maybe 3 times. Because you see, education removes the paralyzing effect of fear. Second, find a financial professional and schedule a meeting as soon as possible. Third, use the 7 money milestones that we have covered in our podcast and set specific goals and deadlines for each. Fourth, work the milestones as a team with a partner, a spouse, a parent, or a trusted friend. And 5, post your goals all over your house. Post the goals, the deadlines where you will see them daily. On the mirror, in your bedroom, on the refrigerator. Your second threat is inflation. Now, think of inflation as the tax of time. The annual inflation rate has an average 2.8% for the last 100 years. Now, how many years does it take the cost of goods to double at a steady rate of 2.8% annually? Remember our old friend, the rule of 72? Now it's time to put old boy to work. The rule of 72 formula is, if you recall, you take 72, divide that by the average inflation rate, and that will equal the number of years until the cost of the goods double. So in this scenario, you take 72 and divide that by 2.8%, which is the rate of inflation, and that will give you a number equal to 25.7 years. So to put it in perspective, in 25.7 years, a $5 hamburger will cost you $10, or A $200,000 home could cost you $400,000 in 25.7 years. So inflation is a major factor to consider when planning for your future. So here are 2 tips to prepare for the tax of time. First, using the average annual inflation rates. Base your retirement income needs on what goods may cost you in the future, not what they cost you right now. Second, start a business selling goods and or services that can maintain throughout retirement, which can give you an income stream that rises with inflation. We'll say that again. Start a business selling goods and services that you can maintain throughout your retirement, which can give you an income stream that rises with inflation. All right, moving on to the third threat is the impact of losses. Suppose you lost 50% of a $10,000 investment. That's a $5,000 loss. Now, to get back to 10,000, would you need to gain 50% or 100% return? Now, to be honest with you, that is a lightweight trick question that many people miss, including myself. And here's why. A 50% gain on the loss of 5,000 only get you back 7,500. Therefore, a 100% gain on your loss of 5,000 that gets you back to 10,000 is what is needed after a 50% loss. The reason why I'm sharing this with you is because the years between 2000 and 2010 are referred to as the lost decade. During that period of time, the stock market lost 50% of its value twice. That means that years of gains vaporized, nest eggs vanished, dreams evaporated. Major setbacks like these and even minor losses can throw your savings goals and dash your plans for the future. So here are 3 basic strategies to protect you against the impact of losses. First, reduce the risk of losses by picking investments with lower risk. Now, unfortunately, the rate of return on these investments are typically low, but your money is safer. Second, diversify your portfolio across different types of investments in multiple industries with varying degrees of risk. This strategy is called diversification. Third, utilize financial vehicles tied to investment markets that allow you to benefit from the gains but eliminate risks of loss. Now, you can reach out to me and we can discuss this more in detail. But don't procrastinate. Consider inflation and talk with your financial professional about ways to reduce or remove the impact of loss from your strategy. Now, there is a fourth concept that we will discuss in our next podcast, but if you don't have a financial advisor, or if you are in need of a financial coach to help you develop a game plan or a winning strategy to build wealth, call us and schedule your free consultation at 937-889-9809. Or you can also just reach out to us by way of email at the Academy of Financial Literacy at gmail.com. And if you find the content of our podcast helpful to you, please consider blessing us with a token of your support. Your donation would help us bless needy students to attend college of their choice. For more information, visit the link that is shown below. We thank you for your support in helping us help others and help educate the community about how money works and creating generational wealth, one home at a time. Join us for our next podcast where we will discuss part 3 of Build Your Wealth, where we will talk a little bit about taxation, which is the 6th step of our 7 money milestones, your roadmap to financial security and independence. Until next time, let's talk Tuesday.